Hello, everyone. This video is a brief walkthrough of the Share app and a brief introduction of the advice test that we will conduct with Yuri Dishloket advisors on May 29th. So the advice test will be broken down into two sessions with advisors broken into two groups, with group one with Yvonne, Asha, and Wendy, and group two with Maria, Jim, and Dicky. Wendy and Dicky are from the Share internal team who will act as the client and moderator for the advice test session. So with these two sessions, we plan to cover 4 cases or whatever time permits, starting from a simpler case and ending on a more complex case. And now I will move on to how to conduct the advice test with these cases in the new Share app. So what you see here is the signing page of Yuri Dishloket Share app. I have created a user account and password for you, which I will also provide in writing. But for now, I will just type it so that you also know. The email address that I created for you is yuridishloket@gmail.com. And the password is capital T test @1234. So this is the landing page that you will see with the Share app. And then we've created some cases for tests and the templates for the different legal topic and the legal region. And recall that we have the cases, our 4 cases, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will walk through how to start with case 1 with the Share app. Okay, so now we are at the landing page. And please navigate to these menu with the 3 bars to go to PropPlot Editor. So we click on it. And now basically we see the same thing as before. However, recall that we are working on Inburgering Basis exam for case 1. So we can go to Inburgering Basis exam, the template for it. So remember, we go to the template and then we click on it. And what we will do next is to make a copy of this template for your group and your case. So we can say to duplicate it here. And now basically you see a new copy on the top. And what we will do is that we will close this. And then we will press on this arrow to go to the session or the template that you just created. So we go here. And then we need to rename this session. So basically, we highlight this part to rename it. What do we rename it to? So let's follow the same convention, which is 29th of May, group 1, and case 1, etc. And I am working on case 1 right now. And depending on my group number, I will rename it. Just for example, May 29th, group 1, case 1. Okay, if I click outside of the box, then it's saved. The name will be saved and you will see it on the top here. And after that, I can close this canvas. And then I go back to the menu, which is the 3 bars here, and then afterwards we go to the conversation canvas. And now you also see the canvas that you just created in the PropPlot editor. So we click on this new canvas that you just created. Here is a region where you can drag and drop these shapes and manipulate them to represent the different clients that you're working together with. And here in this section, you can name them, such as the client that you're working with, the nationality of this client, and followed by the dependency status of the client, how long this client has been living in the Netherlands, followed by this section should indicate the type of residence permit or verblijfsvergunning for this person. And lastly, the notes block for this client. And you can do so for every client that you have in this same case by pressing this add sign. So let's say like there's 4 people relevant for this case, you can add 4 blocks or however many blocks that you think is relevant. So with case 1, I can go to the case description here. And the case is about a 58-year-old Dutch man with a 52-year-old Suriname woman, which means that you can type in here, client 1, Dutch man, and client 2, the Surinamese woman. And fill out their information respectively. So after you filled in the information for your case 1, then you can move on to the right-hand side of your screen, which is the canvas for inburgering basis exam. And at this point, I would like to invite you to take a look at what is in front of you, this canvas, which you can navigate by scrolling. Each of these blocks here that you see represents a knowledge card, and it is also scrollable. It has the title and also the corresponding questions that are relevant to this knowledge card on this canvas and the explanation. And there are 2 types of explanations here hidden in the icon. So for example, there is the generic explanation for the um, Kennis card, and there's also the PropPlot specific explanation for the knowledge card. So you can take a moment to review this and also compare and contrast to the printed version of the canvas for inburgering basis exam to see like what are the similarities and what are the differences. Okay, so now you've compared the canvas to the printed copy. We can work through the case on the canvas. So that you might have decided that the client to work with is the Surinamese woman. So let's go with that. And based on the story, she wants to stay in the Netherlands in a not temporary way. So we click this, that her nationality is Suriname. She is 52 years old, so we click this option. She is currently living outside of the Netherlands. She's living in Suriname. And then you could review these different knowledge cards, but then not every single one of them is applicable at the moment, so you can skip it. So in this case, we will skip verblijfsvergunning. However, in terms of the inburgering basis exam, maybe she has the wish to become a Dutch citizen, so we can click yes here. And then the rest of the information is probably not critical, but you can work through it. And yes, so she also has a diploma here for her education. After you've clicked through these options that are essential, you will see at the bottom of the screen here that there is one piece of advice found. And this is automatically detected based on a previous instance where the same combinations are associated with this piece of advice. So we can click on it to see what it is. So this is the exemption from the BASIC exam, which might be a possibility for this Surinamese woman. To see what it is by checking here and pressing this. So there's now this button here that says showed advice, which is the advice that you just linked to the exemption of the BASIS exam. So you can click on this to see what it is, and you can further click on this. It has a small explanation of the steps to take, and then the steps listed here as well. These colored boxes represent the status at which these actions are completed, in progress, or not completed. So you can track the status of each of these actions. If you have more advice to add in addition to this advice, then you can also click here, Verbindemet button, to make a new advice. And so that you can type in here that is something more custom to this case that you have here. And then you can also couple it. And see, now you have two pieces of advice.